Celtic are back in the knockout rounds, Martin. I'm sure you're glad to see, and they have a big night out, a big European night ahead against Bayern Munich tomorrow night.
Oh, really exciting for them. It's been fantastic. I think the competition has really suited them on because, you know, you've got the 36 teams in it. You're not playing the same team home and away. You've had a chance, you know, it's a change. I thought the old format was really tired. I actually like this particular format. And again, suiting a team like Celtic at this minute in terms of their development because only 12 teams dropped out of it. Now they've got a phenomenal tie to look forward to. Celtic Park will be absolutely rocking tomorrow, and they've deserved it as well too. So it'll be terrific, and it's like a throwback to the old days.
The old days. You played Bayern Munich while you were Celtic manager?
We did, absolutely. Yeah, we played Bayern Munich. We drew at our ground. Well, we were 1-0 up as well too in Munich, and I think it was the old stadium in Munich. You know, the old Olympic Stadium. We were there, and we threw it away. Gosh. Talking about throwing it away. Somebody threw it away tonight. But we threw it away. And I'm afraid, I think it was Magnus Hedman was in our goal at the time.
Always the keeper's fault on them.
I have to say...
Kenny thinks so anyway.
Yeah.
He'll not be listening tonight. It was his fault.
As good as your players, mate. As good as your players.
Well, we had honestly, we really should have won the game actually out in Munich at the time. And obviously, Bayern were a very strong side at the time. But this is. I
think the new format's helped Celtic this year as well.
It's been terrific.
With the home games they've had, like you
absolutely.
know. But this is their biggest test tomorrow, Martin.
And, I mean, they had two. They had Slovan Bratislava and Young Boys Bern. Now they weren't to know at the start of the competition that those two teams wouldn't be great. Yeah. But at least they got off to a great start. They had a poor game against Dortmund. Fought back brilliantly after that there. Great effort.
Bayern have lost a few games themselves in this competition, so there's a reason they're in these playoffs. So I don't know, is there a chance for Celtic to at least keep it competitive for the second leg?
Oh, I think so. I have a good feeling for Celtic tomorrow evening. They must be approach this game in a confident mindset. I like the way Rodgers has set up the team during the competition. Played really well at home, like Martin suggested. Again against Atalanta for me was probably the most impressive in terms they had to change tact, which they haven't done too often in this European competition previously, but they did for that particular game, and that's important. And they might have to do that at times during this game. Don't think they can just go after Bayern Munich for 90 minutes, high line, you know, high intensity. They might have to pick and choose their moments, press them for 10 minutes, drop off and, you know, kill the game, low defensive block, just pick and choose their moments. But I think they're in a really good place at the moment, Celtic, in the atmosphere. Martin will know better than me. In Shea, absolutely electric up there. So I'm looking forward to it. I think they've got a real chance tomorrow.
Shea?
And what it has generated as well, the revenue they would have got from this run as well. You know, in previous sort of formats, they were nearly out before it sort of started. There's always big group big teams in the group stage. This new format, this new sort of way of the Champions League, it's been refreshing, I think, for Celtic as well. But also, if you think of the revenue that's generated, it'll help them next.
Don't tend to spend it though, in terms of signings.
Well, but if you think of what's happened at the Rangers, they just got knocked out with Queen's Park in the Cup at the weekend. Like they're in absolute turmoil. If you add the Champions League money to Celtic as well, they can only get stronger, Martin.
Yeah, that's true. It's absolutely true.
The good news for them as well is Maida is available. His suspension's been reduced. Obviously, Adamida got a couple of goals. You were at Villa Park, I think, for that game.
I went, yeah.
Adamida got a couple of nice goals.
That was nice. That was nice. Yes, big. I think big shoes to fill there with Kyogo leaving, and. It's a lovely evening for them. I was concerned after about 3 or 4 minutes at Villa Park. They're 2-0 down, but they fought back brilliantly, and that'll give them confidence to take into tomorrow night.
Today as well. So it's a good omen for Adam's birthday
Amida's
today.
birthday.
So Ida. Good omen for a few goals tomorrow, Kenny.
Is that all you've got?
No, but
we've got a package on that now.
No, it's amazing. He struggled at Norwich, and he was like sort of bit part player. It's kind of he's found his home a little bit, you know.
Absolutely.
Maybe give Brendan credit as well. He's getting the best out of him.
He took his goals brilliantly at Villa Park.
He did.
Yeah. Talk about a window of opportunity. Martin mentions Kyogo going out there. It looked as if they were going to invest and bring that other number one striker in. They haven't done it for whatever reason, and now an opportunity has presented itself for Adam. He's got to try and take it. He's done well so far. Got some high-profile goals, but yeah, huge opportunity for him tomorrow evening to kind of showcase himself on the biggest stage of all.
Yeah, and it's great, as you mentioned there, Owen, about Maeda coming back again, because he's a player I really like, you know, and I remember speaking to Neil Lennon about him, and Neil Lennon says, "Oh, you would really love him, yeah," because, you know, sometimes he'll sometimes his final ball might not be fantastic, but honestly, he gives you absolutely everything. He'll chase back, he'll do all of those things. Great that the thing was rescinded and he plays tomorrow night.
At the other end, though, there is Harry Kane, who scored another couple at the weekend. He's got 55 goals now in his first 50 Bundesliga games.
Yeah.
36 penalties.
Yeah. a few from the spot, all right.
I do take some of them figures with a pinch of salt because of the chances they create in the German league, the Bundesliga. They're sort of steamrolling teams every week, and he gets 6, 7, 8 and maybe 9 or 10 chances a game. He's going to get the goals. But again, I don't think the Celtic defence will fear him. I don't think he's got the pace. He's lost a yard and stuff. So I think if they can be well marshalled, but given a chance, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong.
We've got live coverage of that tomorrow night, and we're going to have studio around the second leg on Tuesday. That's partly why I want Celtic to keep things competitive for the second leg. Stiliyan Petrov is going to be our studio guest that day. Martin, you won't be around, but you've obviously got fond memories of Petrov, both for Celtic and Villa.
I absolutely love him. Honestly, he was great. When I arrived at the football club, first of all, he was a wee fatty, and I told him to lose a little bit of weight. But it's really interesting on because he didn't speak much English as well too, and I inherited him. In fact, John Barnes was the one that signed him, Johnny and Kenny Dalglish. So by the time I got him, his English was improving a little bit. But what he had done is that in an attempt to try and learn English, he went down and befriended this little burger bar fellow, mobile burger bar.
Not ideal if you want to lose weight.
Absolutely. Well, it's exactly what happened, because after 6 months, the little burger bar fellow could speak perfect Bulgarian, and Stiliyan was 16 stone.